is Red Dead Redemption 2 the reason why Rockstar could be already working on their next game? Right now, go down into the comment section and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with the statement. A few leaks over the last couple of months have hinted towards Rockstar's next game, potentially Grand Theft Auto 6, and I have a few reasons why this could be the case. Before I get started with the video, if you could leave a like on today's video, it would be much appreciated as it will help out a lot. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you find yourself new to my channel. I make videos on Red Dead Redemption 2 and cover topics regarding Rockstar games and whenever there is something related to a new upcoming Rockstar title. So if you guys don't want to miss out on the latest videos, as I said, turn on the notifications. It will take a second of your time and that's all I ask from you guys. Hello Rockstar fans and fans of Grand Theft Auto 6 or even Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sure you're here because you want to know what Rockstar's next game is, and I'm sure we're all excited for Rockstar's next game, and as I said at the beginning of the video, there is a chance Rockstar's next game could be GTA 6 as well, because there are a few hints and leaks and all of a sudden there is a lot of hype around Grand Theft Auto 6, which kind of makes a lot of sense. I will be covering some of the reasons in this video, so make sure you guys do stay watching. First of all, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Dean and I do thank you for clicking on the video. Basically, I upload videos on Red Dead Redemption 2 and whenever there is something really interesting to talk about in terms of Rockstar related games such as Grand Theft Auto 6, and whenever there is more speculation and whenever there is something to talk about. So that's basically who I am, and now you guys know what videos I make. So what is the point of this video and what evidence is there to suggest that Grand Theft Auto 6 is possibly in development? Before I do continue, I do want to say GTA 6 right now is in development 100%. The reason for this is because, well, Rockstar Games obviously have to work on the game. Whether if people want to believe it's not in development or if it is in development, then of course you guys have your own opinion, but from a common sense point of view, GTA 6 is well in development now at this point. Whether if it's early in development or in the middle of development, Rockstar Games still are developing the game as we are talking now. So with that said, there has been some news going around in the recent months. There is a really cool code name called Fiyero. Now, a lot of people are confused by this and don't actually understand what code names are used for in the gaming industry or in game developments or whatever. So basically what a code name is, it's used for developers to hide their upcoming projects under a code name. Now, to give you guys an example, GTA 5 was under the code name Rush, I do believe. And I will be taking you guys all the way back to 2011. I will be showing you guys a really awesome, interesting article which I can actually, go back and show you guys, and we can analyze this article, and I will be pointing out some obvious stuff, but if you guys think about it logically, this will make sense for Rockstar's upcoming game, and we will be looking back at Rockstar's pre-releases, so we will be taking a look at Rockstar's release timeline on how the Grand Theft Auto series works, and of course the games in between, to give you guys a perspective and an idea on how Rockstar Games love to operate. The article which will be representing this rumor back in 2011 prior to Grand Theft Auto 5 is provided by Kotaku, so I will have a link in the description for you guys. Even though this article is outdated, this information will help us uncover some potential secrets, I guess, for GTA 6, and it will give us an idea on how Rockstar Games work. So as you guys can see here by the headline, is Grand Theft Auto 5 codenamed Rush? ? So essentially this article was provided prior to the announcement of Grand Theft Auto 5. As you guys can see, it was published on the 7th of March in 2011. So this was a good few months prior to Grand Theft Auto 5 even being announced by Rockstar Games officially. So if we take a look here, there is an image provided here by Kotaku, and of course the legendary image is, well, an image of the Hollywood sign, but taken in San Andreas. If we take a look at the article and some of the key points here underneath this image, The Grand Theft Auto game may be heading back to Los Angeles, or its GTA equivalent Los Santos, if rumoured casting details dug up by Google search Crackerjack for a project codenamed Rush. So he is referring to a code name which is obviously about Grand Theft Auto 5. At the time when this article was published or written, we had no idea what codename Rush was, but it was referring to Grand Theft Auto 5, which then later on in 2011, after this article, GTA 5 was then officially announced by Rockstar Games. So let's read on. Casting calls for a project by the name of Rush tied to Take-Two Interactive, which owns Rockstar Games. Points to a video game set in Los Angeles area, one that's certainly not 2011's LA Noire or the announced Never But Seen Agent. This appears to be a modern day fiction with cast that sounds very much like a broad, memorable group of miscreants, lowlives and Hollywood stereotype. So as you guys just saw, this article is of course old, but the main takeaway of this was prior to the months of Grand Theft Auto 5 being announced, there were articles surrounding the codename Rush. In this case, well, we are now dealing with a new codename called Fiyero. This again is tied to Rockstar Games, even though there isn't much information on Fiyero, but this Fiyero codename has surfaced a lot around the internet and there is a lot of hype around it. And of course, it is pointing in the direction of Rockstar's next Grand Theft Auto game. Okay, so if you guys are still watching the video as of now, we are now going to take a look at the timeline for Rockstar Games and their Grand Theft Auto game releases, and we can kind of figure out now from this timeline when we should be expecting the next Grand Theft Auto game, and of course, does this Fiyero codename make any sense at all, or what could it be? So let's take a look at Rockstar's release timeline. So as you guys can see on your screen, here is an overall image of Rockstar's timeline, and what you're seeing here is pretty much from 1997 up until 2019 is pretty much every single game released under Rockstar. So this timeline is accurate and it will give us an idea on when we can expect to see Rockstar's next game. If we do take a look at 1998, which was the first Grand Theft Auto release, Grand Theft Auto 1, and then we fast forward 1 year to 1999, we have Grand Theft Auto 2. We skip over to the year 2000, there is no release for a Grand Theft Auto game. However, if we skip over to 2001, we then have Grand Theft Auto 3, which was released in 2001, as you guys can see. In the year 2002, we then had the release of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is pretty much my all-time favorite Grand Theft Auto game. So that released in the year 2002. We didn't have a Grand Theft Auto game in the year 2003, so pretty much Rockstar Games took a year off from making a Grand Theft Auto game. But so far it's been consistent, near enough a Grand Theft Auto game every year. So then we skip on to 2004, we had the release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which, as you guys can see, we skip over to 2005 and we have Liberty City Stories. Then 2006 we had the release of Bully alongside the Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. 2007 we didn't have a Grand Theft Auto game. Then we go to 2008, we had the release of the first ever HD Grand Theft Auto game, which was Grand Theft Auto 4, released on Xbox and PlayStation 3. In 2009, we then had the release of the DLC for Grand Theft Auto 4, which included the Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned. 2010, we didn't have a Grand Theft Auto game at all, but we did have Red Dead Redemption. And then in the year 2011, we had the announcement of Grand Theft Auto 5, but then we didn't see GTA 5 release until 2013. So as you guys can see by the timeline, pretty much in between the time of Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto 5, we had two Rockstar releases, which we had LA Noire and Max Payne 3. From Grand Theft Auto 5 onwards, in the year 2014, we didn't have any games. 2015, no games. 16, no games. 17, no games. 18, we had the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. So that brings us to the hub of the matter. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been released now, and it's been a couple of months, and so far Rockstar Games haven't really done anything for the game at all. They have rolled out a few updates for Red Dead Online. In terms of story mode stuff, they haven't really done anything. As of now, Red Dead Redemption 2 is kind of suffering and isn't really doing really well at all, even though it is considered really a single player game. However, Rockstar are focusing on Red Dead Online, so we can expect a lot of content for Red Dead Online. But so far, the community hasn't really been accepting of the stuff Rockstar have added to the online, and as a result, Red Dead Online is suffering. So there is a potential question here to be asked, and whether if Rockstar Games will be pushing onto their next video game. And yes, of course, you guys could probably say in the comment section, well, hey, why does it have to be Grand Theft Auto 6? Why can't it be a Bully 2, or another Max Payne game, or even an LA Noire game? Well, if you guys haven't already guessed from looking at this graph, Rockstar Games released a GTA game pretty much near enough every single year. Then, of course, development over time, you know, production levels have risen a lot, so obviously it took Rockstar Games a lot longer to develop a Grand Theft Auto game. But if you guys can't really tell already, Rockstar Games are driven by money. That's been something really ongoing for a long time since the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, with GTA Online being hugely successful for Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive. But sadly, Rockstar Games are kind of driven by money, and since Grand Theft Auto was Rockstar's most money-making game, well, it would only make sense Rockstar Games would focus on making or trying to get Grand Theft Auto 6 out as their next video game. And I know that's kind of sad to think about it in that way, but if you guys can just tell by the Rockstar timeline, they did not release a game from Grand Theft Auto 5 at all. I mean, they didn't even release a game between 2013 and 2018. Rockstar's next game was Red Dead Redemption, and unfortunately, from the way things are looking, I would only assume GTA 6 is potentially Rockstar's next title. From a business perspective, it would only make sense, in my opinion. Unless Rockstar Games want to release another Bully game, or an LA Noire game, or a Max Payne game, then of course we could expect to hear of the new Rockstar announcement really soon. But if there is no announcement anytime soon for any other game, then I would only assume by next year, or even in a few months' time, we will hear of the announcement of Grand Theft Auto 6. So that's just my opinion, and that's just something I wanted to share with you guys in this video. So make sure you guys do leave a comment in the comment section if you guys think Rockstar's next game will be GTA 6, and make sure you guys leave a comment saying why you guys think it could be GTA 6, or do you guys think it could be a different Rockstar game? So with that said, I do thank you guys for watching this video. I really do thank you for sticking by this entire video, and if you guys find yourself new to the channel, consider subscribing and turn on the notifications to receive all video uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.